My name is Fraser. I'm the Vice President of Industrial Design here at Netgate. Welcome to our second installment of Inside the Box. Today, I'd like to tell you about the newest addition to our family of Netgate security gateways, the Netgate 4100. The 4100 line is factory provisioned with our pfSense Plus secure networking software and has excellent connectivity, storage capacity, and throughput performance at compelling price points. Let's start with an overview of the 4100's core specifications. The Netgate 4100 delivers a powerful bang for the buck in an appliance capable of desktop, wall, or rack mount deployment. It runs on a dual-core 1.8 GHz Intel Atom 3338R CPU. The CPU has integrated QAT and AES-NI, which improves crypto performance. It also has 4 GB of DDR4 RAM and 2 storage options selectable at time of purchase. A base configuration with 16 GB of eMMC storage, or Max, which comes with a 128 GB NVMe solid-state drive. Here's a nice shot of the product's rear I/O panel. Let's dive into the details by taking a closer look at the physical ports. The 4100 has two 1 GB combo ports. Each combo port has a single RJ45 jack and an SFP cage. Only one connector may be used, but the combo port will auto-detect whether an RJ45 copper cable or SFP fiber module is active. Having two combo ports provides a lot of flexibility. For example, you could run a dual WAN configuration, one with a fiber connection and one as a copper connection. The 4100 also has 4 2.5 GB RJ45 ports, each equipped with an Intel i225 NIC. These ports allow users to exploit the growing number of 2.5 GB equipped devices on the market, such as network-detached storage and switches. Users will be pleased to know that these 2.5 GB ports are not switched, meaning they don't compete with each other for bandwidth. On the rear panel next to the WAN and LAN ports, we've also added a Cisco-style console port with micro USB and RJ45 connections. This port is a nice touch for IT professionals that use the commonly available pale blue Cisco-style console cables. If you don't have a Cisco cable handy, we include a micro USB cable with each 4100 system. The interface auto-detects whichever cable is active. Over on the right side of the unit, looking from the back, you'll find two USB 3.0 ports. These are useful for tasks like flash drive installs and interfacing with UPS backup power systems. Next to the USB ports are recess buttons for power and resetting the system. With a short press of the power button, a user can trigger a graceful system shutdown or bring the unit back up from an off state without having to physically detach the power cable. Users can also trigger a hard power cut by holding the power button down. The reset button is used to reset the unit to factory default settings. The reset button is more deeply recessed than the power button to help ensure the two aren't mixed up. You'll need a small object like a paper clip or a pen to press it. As you may have noticed by now, the 4100 shares many external components with the 6100, including the housing. Looking at the left side of the 4100, you'll see a small inset panel secured with a screw. On a 6100, this panel covers the internal SIM card slots for a cellular radio card. While the 4100 shares this panel with the 6100, the 4100 does not have SIM slots tied to an internal M2 card slot. There is a single M2 card slot on the 4100, which can be configured for NVMe storage or Wi-Fi cards. This slot supports PCI Express 3.0 by 1, USB 2.0, or USB 3.0 devices. On the 4100 Max, this M2 slot will be populated with a 128 GB NVMe SSD. It is important to understand that this is not a standard M2 slot. The slot is designed so the 4100 can support new technologies such as Wi-Fi 6, 5G, and high-speed NVMe solid-state drives. There are very few cards currently available that will work correctly in the internal slot on the 4100. Therefore, we do not recommend customers open the 4100 to try to install cards on their own. This could damage the printed circuit board and void the warranty. Users may be tempted to use an NVMe card to increase storage. We don't recommend this either. The 4100 M2 slot will certainly support high-speed NVMe drives. However, the physical slot is B key, whereas typical off-the-shelf NVMe drives are M key. Therefore, the only drives you can use there are B plus M key. Just like its bigger brother, the Netgate 4100 is passively, and therefore quietly, cooled. The 4100 uses the same oversized die-cast aluminum base as the 6100, which serves as both system chassis and heatsink. The die-casting process enables us to place heatsink material exactly where we need it for optimized thermal performance and cooling airflow. The airflow on the 4100 runs through a large notch channel in the base plate. You can see it from the rear view. Cool air flows through the heatsink fins, up through the chassis, and out through the vents in the lid. I mentioned earlier that the 4100 can be deployed in a desktop, wall mount, or rack mount configuration. If you look closely at the sides of the system, you'll see we've hidden some mounting holes in the venting. The mounting kits come with stainless steel screws that thread directly into the heavy aluminum chassis and secure the metal brackets. The brackets are designed to ensure proper airflow and cooling, whether mounted on the wall or in a rack cabinet. Let's shift gears to the 4100's throughput performance. We publish performance specs on our website as seen here. But in this video, I'll use a graphical representation of the data to highlight key performance numbers. When looking at Layer 3 forwarding performance using iPerf traffic, the 4100 delivers an impressive 8.15 gigabits per second of throughput. As the chart shows, the product also delivers strong firewall, NAT, and IPsec VPN throughput. We always test our products using iPerf 3 traffic, as it is the standard for many vendor speed tests. However, testing against iMix traffic is far more representative of real-world conditions, as that better reflects the handling of simultaneous voice, data, and video traffic. Even against iMix traffic, the 4100 delivers impressive numbers. Please note that at the time of this video recording, testing was based on pfSense Plus release 2201. I'll wrap up this video tour with a quick comparison of the 4100 to its nearest neighbors in our current product line, including price points. Above and below the 4100, we have the Netgate 2100 and Netgate 6100. The 2100 is currently priced at $349 base and $392 max. The 6100 base and max are currently priced at $799 and $899 respectively. The 4100 will be priced at $599 for the base configuration and $699 for a max configuration, which slots nicely between the 2100 and 6100 systems. The Netgate 4100 offers a solid CPU, memory, storage, and port capacity at price points that will be attractive for home professionals and small business or branch office users. That's a quick run through of our Netgate 4100, the newest addition to the family of Netgate security gateways. I hope you found this video informative. Thanks for watching.